Good morning, children. Welcome now to our math class this week, week 7. Belated Happy Valentine's to everyone. Okay, so before we start, please bow our head for our prayer and put the presents to the Lord. Okay? Father God, come be with us today. Fill our hearts with joy. Fill our minds with learning. Fill our classrooms with peace. Fill our lessons with fun. Fill our friendships with kindness. Fill our study with love and compassion. Amen. Okay, last week we studied about dividing of decimals. So again, how do we divide decimals with up to 2 decimal places? Okay, very good. So in dividing the decimal by a decimal, first, make a divisor a whole number by multiplying both the divisor and dividend by the power of 10. Or you can also move the decimal points of the divisor to the right. If you move twice the divisor, the decimal point of the divisor to the right twice, you also move the dividend twice also. If there is no two places in the dividend, you are going to add 0. Okay, to complete the movement of the decimal points. Then, second one, divide as in dividing with whole number. Okay, the other lesson that we have learned last week is all about dividing of whole number with a decimal quotient. So, how do we divide whole numbers with quotients in decimal form? Alright, so to divide whole numbers with quotients in decimal form, 1, put a decimal point to the dividend and add 0 or zeros. Write the decimal point of the quotient directly above the decimal point of the dividend. Divide the whole number up to 2 decimal places or as indicated in the direction given. If you divide once, then there is no remainder. You are not going to add another 0 again. Okay, so that is our lesson for last week. Now, let's go now to your quiz. We're going to check this morning. Ready your answer sheet or your pad paper. We're going to check your quiz last week. Okay, the direction is read, analyze each problem. Write your answer in a piece of pad paper. So number 1, Mrs. Reyes family consumes 7,500 kilogram of rice a day. How many days will they consume 45 and 7,500 kilo of rice? So 45 and 7,500 divided by 7,500 is equals 60 days. So the answer for number 1 is 60 days. Okay, number 2. Mr. Lee paid 631 pesos and 75 centavos for 3 and 5/10 kilograms of grapes. How much does a kilogram of grapes cost? So again, this is a routine problem. So 631 pesos and 75 centavos divided by 3 and 5/10. So the answer is 180 pesos and 50 centavos. So that is the cost of 1 kilo of grapes. Okay, for number 3, how many 4,500 meter are there in 61 and 1/10 meter? So the answer is 130 meters. Then for number 4, what is the average point if 92 hundredths by 23 hundredths? So 92 hundredths divided by 23 hundredths, the answer is, okay, very good, 4. Then for number 5, how many pieces of cloth 23 hundredths meter each can be from a 65 hundredths meter long? So divide, so 65 hundredths meter long divided by 23 hundredths, and the answer is 2 pieces of cloth. So there is a remainder, but the question is how many pieces of cloth? So the remaining the remainder, it is not included since you are asked about the cloths. mamaya walang ano yun, walang kamay or walang nakalagay sa incomplete siya. That is why the answer is 2. Now for the lesson number 2, number 6, find the quotient of 12 divided by 144. So 12 divided by 144, the answer is 83 thousandths or 3333. So that is repeating decimals. So you're going to stop with the 3. So if your answer is 833 ten thousandths, that is also checked. Okay, for number 7, what is the quotient of 5 divided by 25? So 5 divided by 25 is equals 2 tenths. Very good. So 2 tenths. Then for number 8, if you divide 36 from 9, what is the result? So 9 divided by 36 is equals 25 hundredths. For number 9, the quotient or in the equation 15 divided by 45 equals n. Find the value of n. So 15 divided by 45, so the answer is 33 hundredths, or you can also have 333,000. So that is again repeating decimal. Okay, for number 10, get the quotient of 8 divided by 96. So the answer is 83 thousandths. So that is the answer for your quiz last week. Now let's go now to our new lesson. So our lesson for this week is all about solving routine and non-routine problems involving division without or with any of the other operations of decimals and whole numbers including money. So if we are talking about decimal, money is included because our money, the currency is the peso. It has 2 decimal places. That is why in dividing of decimals, money is included. And the second topic that we are going to learn this week is all about visualize ratio of 2 given numbers. Okay. So at the end of the lesson, you are expected to 1. Solve routine and non-routine problems involving division without or with any of the other operations of decimals and whole numbers including money. So again, when we say routine problem, that is a basic problem. Routine, ibig sabihin palagi. Wag sinabi naman natin non-routine, that is not in common. Hindi siya palagi ginagamit. So it composed of 2 or more operations to be used in order to solve the non-routine problem. And the non-routine problem is always have or sometimes have a hidden question or the hidden given, that we can find that through the clue words or clue phrases stated in the problem. Then the second one, you're going to visualize the ratio of 2 given numbers. Okay, let's have this problem opener number 1. Okay. Athena recorded the 5 songs in the radio she was listening, took 17 and 25 minutes of airtime. What was the average length of the music or of each music? Now, we are going to answer this problem. So we are going to follow the steps in solving word problem. So this is the step 1 is understand. How do you understand the problem? To understand the problem, you are going to first know what is asked. Alamin muna kung anong hinihingi sa problem. So in that problem, it asks about the average length of each music. So that is the answer. The problem asks about the average length of each music. So after you know what is asked, the second step is you're going to know the given facts. Ano ba tong mga given facts? Those given facts are used to solve the problem. So in other words, ito yung mga numbers na kailangan natin in order to solve the problem. So ano yung mga given facts natin dyan? So the given facts are 5 songs and 17 and 25 hundredths minutes. So those are the given facts that you are going to use to solve the problem. Now, so we are now gone with the understand. Let's go now to the plan. So we know already the given facts. We know that what is asked. The next step that you are going to do is you are going to identify what operation to be used. Ano ba ang gagamitin nating operation? It is multiplication, it is addition, division, subtraction. So all you have to do, you are going to look at the clue words that can be found in our problem. So what do you think is the clue word? Okay, very good. The clue words is average. So when we say average, you're going to divide, or in other cases, you're going to add the given cases, then divide the number of cases. But in our problem, it has already sum, or it is already added. Then you have given the 5 songs, and the sum is 17 and 25 minutes. So that is why you're not going to add anymore. So it's because the given facts is already the sum and the number of cases. So that is why the operation that you are going to use is division. Now, if you know now what is asked, if you know already the given facts, and you know already the operation to be used, what is the next step? Alright, you are going to write the number sentence, or that out of that problem, you are going to translate it into a number sentence, or the mathematical sentence. So our number sentence now is, ayan, so we have 17 and 25 hundredths divided by 5 equals n. So if we have that number sentence, you can now solve. So in solving the problem, you are going to show your solution. Ano ba ang ginamit nating solution? Siyempre, nag-divide tayo. So we are going to divide now 17 and 25 hundredths divided by 5 equals n. Now we are going to give the value now of n. But before we proceed to our solution, what do you think is Athena? Okay, Athena loves to listen the music. You also love to listen the music? Okay, very good. Now, let's go now to our computation, or our solution. So now, first we are going to rewrite our given. So, 17 and 25 hundredths divided by 5. So, parang paano tayo magsulat, ha? Hindi yung direct na gano'n, just like stated in the number sentence. Now, our divisor is a whole number, so you are not going to move anymore since your divisor is already whole number. So, the first that you are going to do is copy the decimal points, aligned or above to the decimal points. Yan. So, kung saan nakalagay si decimal points in your dividend, you have to align that. Then, you can now proceed to division. Now, 17 divided by 5, how many? Okay, very good. We have 3. Then, 3 times 5 equals 15. Very good. Now, what you're going to do? Okay, you're going to subtract. 17 minus 15 equals, okay, very good, 2. Then, bring down the other one, 2. Then, proceed to division. 22 divided by 5 equals 4. So, write 4 at the top of 2. Yan, look at that. Then, 4 times 5 equals 20. Then, minus. 2 minus 0 is equals 2. 2 minus 2 equals 0. So, do not write anymore the 0 since it is in the left side. Then, we have the last digit that left. Bring it down, so that is 25 now. So then, divide 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Then 5 times 5 equals 25. Then subtract. Okay, so 25 minus 25 equals 0. So there is no remainder. Now, we have now our solution and our answer is 3 and 45 hundredths. So are you done already? No. We are going to check if your answer is correct. How do you check your answer? You are going to multiply the quotient and the divisor. So, in other words, that is 3 and 45 hundredths times 5. Then equals, alright, 5 times 5 equals 25. Bring down 5, carry up 2. Then 5 times 4 equals 20 plus 2 equals 22. Bring down 2, carry up 2. Then 5 times 3 equals 15 plus 2 equals 17. So bring down all the numbers yung 17 since we do not have any digit left. Okay, so now, count the number of decimal places. So we have here 1, 2. Yan, dalawa yung ating decimal places. That is why your decimal points in your answer is between 7 and 2. That is why your answer now is, what is your answer now? 17 and 25 hundredths. And look at your dividend. They are now the same. So in other words, your answer in your solution is correct. So now, the answer for the problem is 3 and 45 minutes. Can you follow? Okay, very good. So let's have another example here. Or let's have another problem. We have problem number 1. Jay wants to buy a battery-operated toy car which costs 587 pesos and 50 centavos. He already saved 150 pesos. His ninong gave him 200 pesos if he saves 12 and 50 centavos a day from his allowance. How long will it take him to save the rest of the money to buy the toy car? Okay, for number 2 example, Lani, Elizabeth, and Bea bought materials for their project worth 276 pesos and 45 centavos. They divided the amount equally among themselves. How much is each share? Now we are going to solve for problem number 1. So the given problem for number 1, we have 587 pesos and 50 centavos. The second one is 150 pesos. And then the third one, we have 200 pesos. And then we have 12 and 50 centavo. Okay, so these are the given facts. Now, what is asked in our problem number 1? So in our problem number 1, asked about the number of days that Jay saved the rest of the money to buy the toy car. Now, so we are going to analyze now the problem again. Jay wants to buy a battery-operated toy car which costs 587 pesos and 50 centavo. He already saved 150 pesos. His ninong gave him 200 pesos. If he saves 12 pesos and 50 centavo a day from his allowance, how long will it take him to save the rest of the money to buy the toy car? Okay. So now our number sentence, we have 587 and 50 centavo minus quantity of 150 pesos plus 200 pesos. Then we have divided by 12 and 50 centavo equals n. So this is now our number sentence. Or shall we write n? We can also write n here at the beginning. Or that is equal. Now, following the MDAS or the PEMDAS, we're going to solve first inside the parentheses. Now, we have get the sum. So, we have 200 pesos plus 150 pesos. So, we have 5, then 3. So, this one is 350 pesos minus, ima-minus natin ngayon si 587 and 50 centavos. Then the remaining, we are going to divide it by 12 and 50 centavo. Now, we're going to subtract. So, we have 500. Okay, 587 pesos and 50 centavo minus 350 pesos. Okay, so we have, bring down 50 since wala naman, 0 naman. So 7 minus 0 is 7. 8 minus 5, 3. Then we have 5 minus 3 equals 2. So the remaining amount is 237 pesos and 50 centavos. That is divided by 12 and 50 centavos. So now we are going to divide. Okay. I'm going to erase this one. So we have 237 pesos and 50 centavo divided by 12 and 50 centavo. Is 12 and 50 centavo can be seen? This one? Okay, now, since our divisor is in a decimal number, we are going to move the decimal number or the decimal point. So we have 1, 2, so twice. So the same also with the dividend, 1, 2. So the decimal points now is here. So we're going to put the decimal points here. Now, 1,250, our divisor. And then our dividend now is 23,750. So let's start dividing here. We have 2,375 divided by 1,250. What should be the answer? If we're going to put 2, it's more than 2,000. So we have only 1. So write 1 here. So we have 0. 1 times 5, 5. 1 times 2, 2. Then we have 1 times 1, 1. Then we have 2 subtract. Okay, minus. So 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. 3 minus 2 equals 1. Then 2 minus 1 equals 1. So look at your difference. We have 1,125. The divisor is 1,250. So this is right since the difference is less than our divisor. Now bring down 0. Now, so we have 11,250 divided by now 1,250. So look at our last digit is 11. So if we are going to write 8, carry 1, that is what we call, we have a remainder of, or it cannot, okay, if we're going to put or write 8, the product maybe does not reach for 11,000. So we are going to try 9. 9. So 9. Okay, let us try 9. 9 times 0 equals 0. Very good. We have 9 times 5 equals 45. Okay, bring down 5. Carry up 4. 9 times 2 equals 18. Plus 4 equals 22. Very good. So carry, bring down 2, carry up 2. Now, 9 times 1 equals 9 plus 2 equals 11. So, they have equal. So, then we're going to subtract. So, 0. Since 0 minus 0 is 0, 5 minus 0 is 0, 2 minus 2 is 0, 1 minus 1, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. Now, our answer is 19. 19 what? The problem asks is how long will it take him to save the rest of the money to buy the toy car. So, there are 19 days. Okay, so this is now our answer for the example number 1. So, J have 19 days in order to collect some money to buy the battery-operated toy car. Now, let's proceed to question number 2. Our question number 2 is all about Lani, Elizabeth, and Bea, both materials for their project worth 276 pesos and 45 centavo. They divided the amount equally among themselves. So, how much is each share? So, in this problem, what is asked? The problem asks the amount that each share. Yeah. So, how many of them share? They are 3. So, we have another given. 3. Who are share to both materials for their projects? Lani, Elizabeth, and Bea. So, they are 3. So, the given facts now is 275 pesos and 45 centavo. And we have 3. Saan nanggaling ang 3? Lani, Elizabeth, and Bea, because they are the one who divide the amount equally. Now, what is our clue word here? Our clue word is each. In other words, you are going to divide. Now, we're going to translate our number sentence, our problem into a number sentence. So, the number sentence should be N equals 276 pesos and 45 centavo divided by 3. So, that will be our number sentence. Now, we're going to solve. Can you solve? Alright, you're going to write also your computation in your notebook. But before that, I'm going the one first to solve. So, let's have this 276 pesos and 45 centavo divided by 3. Take note, always write the decimal points aligned. Yun po ang lagi natin uunahin para hindi tayo mawala sa decimal points. Since if your decimal points is put to the in a different places, that will become wrong. Magkakamali ka na. So, let's divide now. So, 2 less than 3. So, go to 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. 9 times 3 equals 27. Then, minus 27 minus 27 equals 0. Bring down 6. Then, 6 divided by 3 equals 2. Then, 2 times 3 equals 6. Minus 6 minus 6 equals 0. Bring down 4. Then, 4 divided by 3 equals 1. Then, 1 times 3 equals 3. Then, minus. So, we have 4 minus 3 equals 1. Bring down 5. So, we have 15. 15 divided by 3 equals 5. Then, 5 times 3 equals 15. So, 15 minus 15 equals 0. So, our answer now is 92 pesos rather, and 15 centavo. Are you done already, or shall we have our checking? So, we're going to check if our answer is correct. So, we're going to check. So, let's have 92 pesos and 15 centavo times 3. So, saan nanggaling si 92 pesos and 15 centavo? Your quotient. And multiply it by your divisor. Okay, now, 3 times 5 equals 15. Bring down 5, carry up 1. 3 times 1 equals 3 plus 1 equals 4. Then 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 9 equals 27. Then count the number of decimal places. We have 1, 2. 1, 2. So the decimal points here. So look at our answer. This same with our dividend. So in other words, our answer is correct. Are you done? Can you understand? Any question? If there is none, it is now your time to answer the following. Okay. So this from your module in mathematics. So answer the following. So learning task 3, solve the following problems. Show you the 4 steps and the complete solutions. Write your answer in your notebook. Okay? If you are done, let's go now to our second lesson. Okay, our second lesson is this one. Okay, study the pictures below. What have you seen in the pictures? Okay, we have dragon fruits, star apples, santal, and pineapple. Do you eat those fruits? Okay, very good. What is the benefits of eating those fruits? Alright, we can get some vitamins and minerals, and it is good for our health and in our body. Okay, now using that pictures, we can identify or we can show it using the ratio. What does ratio is all about? Okay, but before that, we are going to answer the following question. Okay, so this number 1. Dragon fruit to star apple. How many dragon fruit do we have? We have 6. How many star apple do we have? We have 4. Okay, we are going to compare using a ratio. Okay, so that is 6 is to 4. So that is ratio. 6 is to 4. If we're going to use a column form, that is 6, then column form, or column, then number again. And we read that also is 2. 6 is to 4. Okay, next. Santal to pineapple. How many santal do we have? We have also 6. How about pineapple? We have 5. So in other words, that is, the ratio is 6 is to 5. So that is meant by ratio. Then, if we are going to use column form, that is 6 is to 5. Now, how about star apple to all fruits? How many fruits do we have? We have 6 dragon fruits. We have 4 star apple, that is 10. And we have 6 santals, that is 16. Plus 5 pineapples, that is 21. So the ratio of star apple to all fruits is, excuse me, 4 is to 21. Very good. And in column form, that is 4 is to 21. Next, How about all fruits to dragon fruits? All fruits to dragon fruits. Okay, all fruits are 21 and the dragon fruits is 6. Therefore, the ratio is 21 is to 6 or 21 is to 6. Okay, class, you are going to take note this one. In showing a number or in given set of objects, in showing a ratio, you always change it to a lowest term if possible. So, parang fraction siya na lagi po natin gawing lowest term. So, the lowest term, let's say for example, we have 6 is to 4, we can divide both by 2. Am I right? Okay, very good. So, 6 divided by 2 equals 3. And then, 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So, therefore, if we are going to compare dragon fruit to a star apple, you can also say 3 is to 2 since the lowest term is 3 is to 2. Very good. How about let's say 5 is to 6? Okay, that is already in the lowest term. Since 5 can only divide is only 1 and itself. While 6 is 1, 2, 3, and 6. So we have no common or the GCF. Only the common number that can divide both 6 and 5 is only 1. And if you are going to divide it by 1, the answer is the number itself. How about 4 is to 21? Okay, that is also in the lowest term form since the number that can divide it by 4 is only 1, 2, and 4. While 21, we have 1, 3, and 7. So, we have no GCF or greatest common factor, only 1. Okay, how about 21 is to 6? Okay, so we can divide it by 3. So, 21 divided by 3 equals 7. And then 6 divided by 3 equals 2. So, therefore, the lowest term of a ratio 21 is to 6 is 7 is to 3. Okay. Can you now answer the following numbers using a ratio? Okay, again, if you are going to compare a given set of objects, you are going to write the first as, then the second. Okay, are you ready? Now get your notebook and answer the following. Okay, again, I will get this in your math module. Learning task 3, use the sets of pictures to answer the given questions. Write your answer in your notebook. Okay, so you have, I will give you 1 minute to answer that. Alright, we're going to check now. So what is the ratio of number 1, square to triangle? How many square? We have 4 and we have also 4 triangle. So the answer is 4 is to 4. Very good. Or you can also say 1 is to 1. So if you are going to change your answer to lowest term. Number 2, we have how many stars? We have 5 stars. And then, how many circles? We have 6 circles. So, the answer is 5 is to 6. Very good. Then, number 3, we have 6 circles and we have 4 squares. So, we have 6 is to 4. Number 4. We have 5 stars and 4 squares. So, the answer is 5 is to 4. Okay, for number 5, we have 4 triangle and we have 5 stars. So, the answer is 4 is to 5. Okay, very good. Now, let's move on to number 6. The pictures represents our frogs. pig, chicken, rabbit, and dog. Okay, the number 6. Dogs to frogs. So how many dogs do we have? We have 4. How many frogs? 2. Therefore, the ratio is 4:2. Okay, very good. Now, number 7. Frogs to pig. How many frog? 2. How many pig? Only 1. So therefore, the ratio is 2:1. Okay, next, number 8. Rats. Oh, that is rats, not rabbit. To dogs. Okay, so that is rats, not a rabbit. Okay, how many rats? We have 3. And how many dogs? We have 4. So therefore, the ratio for number 8 is 3:4. Okay. Next, number 9. Pig to chicken. How many chicken? We have 2 chickens. How many pig? Only 1. So therefore, the ratio for number 9 is 1:2. Okay, very good. Next, for number 10. Frogs to all other animals. Look at the word, other animals. So in other words, you are not going to include the number of frogs. Since the question is frogs to all other numbers. Other numbers. So the number of frogs is not included in other numbers. Is that clear? Alright. So how many frogs do we have? We have 2. And how many other animals? You have 10. So therefore the answer is 2:10. Very good. Okay, now let's go now to Inok mo. Okay, let's have another exercise. This time you are the one to check your answer. Okay, again, that it is found also in your math module, learning task 2. Write each ratio in a fraction and column forms. Write your answers in your notebook. Any question? Alright, so if you are done, I have a question for you. How do we solve routine and non-routine problems involving division without or with any of the other operations in decimals and whole numbers including money? That is our lesson 1 a while ago. Okay, so you are going to follow the steps. First, you're going to understand. How do you understand the problem? You know what is asked. Then second, you know what are the given facts. That is very important. Then after you understand, you are going to plan. How do you plan to solve the problem? Number 3 operation, the number 3 step. What operation to be used? You are going to determine what operations or operation you are going to use. How? By looking at the clue words found in your problems. And sometimes, if it is a non-routine word problem, you can find a hidden question and a hidden given. Hindi actually stated, but you can understand through the hidden words or through the clue words that found in the problem. Then after you know the operation to be used, the 4th step, you are going to translate your problem into a mathematical sentence using those given facts and the operation to be used. So you're going to write the number sentence. Then after you understand, after you plan, the next step you're going to solve. So when you are going to solve, you show your solution. Then after you solve, you are going to look back or you are going to check your answer. If your answer makes sense or it really answered the question that being asked in the problem. So those are the steps that you are going to follow in order to solve the non-routine and the routine problems involving division without or with any other operations of decimals and whole number including money. Is that clear? Okay, very good. How about in our lesson number 2? What is a ratio? What is a ratio? Alright. Ratio is an order pair used to compare two or more similar quantity. Nagko-compare daw siya ng dalawang bagay, pwedeng tatlong bagay, or apat na bagay. A ratio is a comparison of two or more quantities or given sets of objects. Let's say, for example, we have this one. 2 ball pens, 3 pencils, and 5 notebooks. So the ratio of that given is 2:3:5. So you are comparing 3 objects. Ball pens, pencils, and notebooks. So therefore, the ratio is 2:3:5. Or in column form, that is 2:3:5. Any question? If there is none, it is now your time to answer the following questions. Okay, for the lesson 1, learning task 4, solve the following problems, write your solution and your answers in your notebook. For lesson number 2, learning task 4, answer the given questions, write your answer in your notebook. Okay, lahat yan ay ilalagay sa notebook. And you can check it right away by looking at the back of your module. There is an answer at the back of your module. Now, are you ready for our quiz this week? Now, get a piece of paper and write the answers only. Take note. Answer na lang yung isusulat sa notebook ay sa pad paper, intermediate pad o yung tinatawag din yung grade 6 pad na hindi naman talaga grade 6 pad. Then we are going to pass all the quizzes or all the assessment on first week of March. Are you ready? Okay, for our lesson number 1, it's all about the routine and non-routine word problems involving division. Okay, I will read the problem once only. Okay, number 1. How many notebooks can you buy with 295 pesos and 20 centavo if each cost 16 pesos and 40 centavo. Okay, number 2. A driver earns 2,103 pesos and 75 centavo for 5 days. How much does he earn in a day? Okay, next, number 3. A factory can manufacture 12 fish nets using 11,250 meters of nylon thread. How many meters of nylon thread is used for each net? Then, number 4. June gets 48 pesos and 60 centavos per hour. If his daily pay is 388 pesos and 80 centavos, how many hours does he works a day? Then for number 5, the 25 members of the Glee Club paid a total of 2,212 pesos and 50 centavos for their t-shirts. How much did each t-shirt cost? So that is for lesson number 1. For lesson number 2, it's very easy. Okay, direction. Visualize the ratio of these sets of objects by using illustrations or drawing. So you are going to draw. Iguguhit, ha? Iguguhit. So number 6, gumuhit daw. 6 mabolo fruits and 12 guavas. Do you know what is mabolo fruits? It is just like a santol. It's big like, pero mabalahibo siya. Those who are studying at Imus Pilot Elementary School know about Mabolo? Okay, number 7. 5 eggplants and 3 tomatoes. Again, you're going to draw that. Then number 8, 10 pieces of okra and 1 bundle of string beans. What do you mean by string beans? Ang inyong sitaw. Okay, for letter B, read and write your answers in a ratio form using column form. So, column form ang pagkalagay. So, I will read the problem. Mr. Nepomuceno harvested 4 kg of eggplants, 1 kg of chili pepper, and 5 kg of talinong in gulayan sa Paralan Garden. What is the ratio of in kilogram of 4 eggplants to talinong, 5 chili pepper to all harvested vegetables? Are you done? Okay, again, we're going to check that next week. So, for your assignment, write your reflection regarding to our lesson. You're going to complete this sentence. I understand that, then, dudugtungan nyo na lang. Then, the second one is, I learned that, then your answer. You are going to write that below the answer of our quizzes. Any more question? If there is none, thank you very much. Enjoy doing your activities. Goodbye, class.